We're here in legendary Silverstone, where the very first Formula One World Championship Grand Prix was held back in 1950. It's a place where every tuft of grass breathes motorsport, and the crowd are already crackling with excitement. Silverstone demands a lot of power from cars, with numerous twists and historic turns. Downforce is going to be a key factor to manage if teams want to succeed here. The season is about halfway through, and it makes me wonder what else is in store for the teams. Well, there's only one way to find out. The weekend begins here. We'll be kicking off today with the final practice before moving on to the qualifying session. The teams will be looking to build on yesterday's momentum. Having seen how the cars and drivers are reacting to the circuit, they have a little more time to make some final changes. But by the end of the day, we'll know exactly how the drivers will be lining up on the grid for tomorrow's race. Stay with us as we see who can deliver on motorsport's biggest stage. Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last minute checks are being made.
We saw a reasonable push from Mercedes in qualifying, and they'll have plenty of opportunities here to achieve a great result. We had a magnificent display from McLaren here in qualifying, and they'll certainly be hoping to put in a dominant performance here today. And the sun is shining bright here today. This is perfect weather for teams and drivers alike to show us what they're capable of.
This is sure to be quite the spectacle then, and we've got a front row seat for today's race here at Silverstone. We have beautiful blue skies overhead as the drivers line up on the grid. Let's look at Mercedes for a moment. They're up in third position, tantalizingly close to pole. We've got the other Mercedes here, not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. Will their hard work pay off today? Anticipation is high, and the drivers are ready for this. The British Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go. Who's that just crashed? We can take a look now. We're just watching the Red Bull. And there's the collision. It's caused absolute carnage.
We're going to push hard. So use those tires. Right, push hard now.
take a look at the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. And yes, that's where they spin out. I think we've had a car run wide. Let's see what happened there. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. Oh dear, that's far wider than they would have wanted. Sounds like we've had a spin. Here's the replay. Okay, here's the Ferrari. What a spin! Mercedes moved up a place. Let's take a closer look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. And they clear it. Big move for them and a race position gained. The team watching on and clearly loving that.
So box, box, box. Okay, box, 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 box. Have the yellow.
I think there's been a lock-up. Seems to have been a lock-up. We can take a look now. Okay, here's the Ferrari. And yes, that's the lock-up. We've just had a spin. Let's have a look. Now we see the Williams here. And this, yes, this is where they spun out. Is that a lockup? Let's take a look at the replay. We're just watching the Red Bull. Oh, and there's the lockup. That's the last thing they'll have wanted. The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly. Someone spun out. Here's the replay. We're just watching the Red Bull. They spun the car. What a disaster. Sounds like a spin. Let's see what happened there. We're just watching the Red Bull. And there it is. That's where they spin out. And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame. We've just had a car run wide. Let's take a closer look. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. They've taken that far too wide, and now they're paying the price. Was that a lockup on the track? Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. Just a bit too heavy on the brakes, and they've locked up.
So one more lap. We have checkered flag now.
No big worries here for Mercedes. Their driver did fairly well today. There's no doubt that Mercedes have a lot of potential. Now they need to figure out how to make it work for them.
Yes, there's no doubt that they have what it takes. I can't wait to see which direction they go in for the next race.
At the end of the weekend, it's second place in the constructor standings for them.
Next time, the teams will be forging ahead at full throttle through the Styrian forest. The Austrian Grand Prix is right around the corner.